Hello, beautiful ladies. Okay, so we are jumping into volume 2, how to get yourself in profit. So you would have probably watched the first episode that we did. And if you didn't, maybe just watch that first and then you can jump on and watch this. So tonight I'm going to be side by side, whichever side, with Jade Baxter, another amazing girl who's in our business, absolutely kicking ass. And she has some exciting news because she is currently moving to Brisbane. So I'll let Jade explain a little bit of that story. Hey Ness, thanks for jumping on live. We're going to give it a few minutes, ladies, before we get straight into the goodies. So let's see if Jade jumps on. If you can jump in the comment section below and just write where you're tuning in from, that would be amazing. Because we do have people all over Australia and all over the world. I think we've got some girls in New Zealand and in the UK. So let's see who jumps on tonight. Beautiful, and I can see Jade right there.
Oh, hey. I was literally just typing in the comments and then I was like, oh, I'll just jump on. Hey. How are you?
How's packing going? I'm good. How are you? I want to know all about your packing and your move.
Packing is not going, babes. We've not done any packing. I've been sat in the bath working for the last 2 hours. Girls, I've been working from the bathtub. So I look a little bit disheveled today.
Oh, that's so good. I love
I had
that.
my hair up in a little bun.
I was just saying,
I was chilling right out.
oh my God. I feel you with the whole bun thing. I went to the gym this afternoon and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to shower and that's it. There's not much going on here. And that's the whole thing about doing business online, right? I'm like, I'm dressed from the top up, but I've got pajamas happening down below. So business anywhere, anytime.
I'm 100% in my trackies. It's like stormy here. I'm rocking skin on whatsoever. I was like, I'll just put some mascara on and we'll hop on.
I know. I've got a new serum that I found over in Bali, so I'm trying it out. It's like an aloe vera serum because I keep getting burnt. And then, like, anyone who wears glasses, you are going to understand my problem, right? I have these, like, panda eyes where I get burnt everywhere else but, well, not even burnt. It's more just, like, sun-kissed. But I get, like, sun-kissed everywhere but where my glasses are. It is so embarrassing when I take them off.
Oh, babe. So cute,
with the solution.
Love your glasses.
So we've got some people. So we've got Nicola, Chantel, we've got Tammy online. Haley, hello again. So good to see the same names always popping up. I absolutely love it. I feel like we've got such a little community going on.
Hey, girls. Yes.
Hey, Stacey.
I like the palm tree behind you.
I've got my 2 vision boards behind me. I've got one business vision board and one lifestyle vision board, but they're literally the same images, just different meanings, I think. But yeah.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Judy. Nice to have you with us. Very cool.
Jade, while I've got you here, I need to actually learn how to flip the camera because it's going to be backwards, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Okay. So go to where you'd normally like chuck on your filter or something like that. And then you'll see a little toolkit. Yeah. It looks like a little spanner and you just do that.
Oh, wow. Okay, that just happened. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Do you need to go back?
Cool. Okay, got you. Am I back now? Just back to normal?
Yeah, just go back the other way again. You flipped for a split second.
All right, I'll flip because I feel like this is my right angle, and then I'll flip when I do the whiteboard stuff because I feel really weird.
It is. It's so weird.
Look
like,
at myself.
I'm looking this way, but I'm seeing that way. It's really bizarre.
Yeah. You just taught me something new. I never knew that about live stream. Okay, we've got some women on, so we're going to do this as a YouTube recording as well, so you can watch it back as many times as you want. So let's get straight into it. So JD, do you want to do our tradition of pulling a card?
Yes. So we did abundance last week. Last week, the same week. We're still in the same week. My mind is so blown, girls. Trying to move from one side of the country to the other. You'd think I'd be good at this gypsy thing now. So on Tuesday, we pulled the abundance card, which is cool. Today, let's see. Are you ready? I'm just going to spread them first. Really need to get my nails done, ladies. I feel like we're going to go green today because I just feel like green is the way. Imagine if I pulled abundance again. Oh, I am sincere. That's really beautiful because I think that really sums up our community, actually. This is pretty much as real as it gets. We're just chilling out here. I'm literally sat on my bed on a big pink fluffy rug. Kat's just been out to dinner. She's kicking it Bali style. Like, you don't get much more sincere. This says, I am committed to being authentic and genuine, which is the best way to be, right? The words I speak to others come from the best part of my inner being. Though they may not like what they hear, I guarantee they'll be back for seconds. Trust me, you're going to love what you hear tonight. I will do what I say I'm going to do. I will follow through. I will not do what makes me uncomfortable. I am real. I love that.
That's cool. I really like that. It's like everyone went to the first live stream and now they're back for number 2. So, boom.
I love
the card is real.
It's really beautiful.
So let's get into it, hey?
Yes, definitely.
So last week, ladies, we spoke all about everything girl power. We spoke about owning your own power. We spoke about taking control back of your everyday life. Like, as I said, like in the last recording, so many of us just get conditioned to the day-to-day life and the same routine every week. And this is really about creating an online business and an online community and support network where every single week, every single day, you get to own your life. You get to own what you do, how much you earn, the bonuses you receive. You get to determine this stuff, which is so freaking cool because this is really making the wave of online business is the next thing. Like, it's happening right now as we speak. Everything's going online and we're kind of moving away from the traditional shops and businesses like that. So what we want to do tonight is share all about business, how to, like, why is this business so different to other businesses and why is it that our community stands out compared to other communities? So we're going to go through all of the ins and outs and I'm going to show you on the whiteboard behind me how to actually get into profit. And like, if you're in business, you know, number one, even if you're not in business, if you're a girl with a bank account, you know the most important thing is being in profit. Like, the worst feeling is going to the petrol station. Like, I've experienced this so many times in my previous years. You go to the petrol station and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know if I can afford to fill my car up. Or you get to you're going out for coffee with a girlfriend and you're like, oh, I'll just have a coffee. I'm not going to eat breakfast because secretly you can't afford it. Like, that is cringeworthy. It's like the worst feeling when you have to say no to things and you have to say no to choices in life just based on your financial situation. Like, every girl deserves to own their power, earn their income. So we're going to go through that step by step. JD?
Absolutely. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I'm buzzing about this because I literally was the girl. I'd go to the petrol station. I remember one morning my work hadn't paid me yet and I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I literally remember this. I must have been about I don't know, 20 odd. And I'd driven to the petrol station. I'd filled up already. I'd got to the cashier and my card bounced. And I was like, I couldn't fathom it. Like, I literally lived to the day. And so I had to leave my driver's license with them and I had to come back and pay them the next day. And it's such an awful feeling not having any security or having any control or, you know, not being able to forecast and plan and dream. You know, you've got your 2 beautiful dream boards behind you. And so, yeah, tonight I'm just going to share a tiny bit about my experience joining the company. And then we're really going to talk about the perks and, you know, what's incorporated and, you know, how much it costs to get involved and all that sort of thing. And so for me, I literally stumbled across this through the products because I knew, I literally had someone reach out to me that could see that I needed to up my shit when it came to my health. They could see that I was struggling. I was a personal trainer. I was burnt out. I knew I needed better nutrition. So I didn't even know this world of word of mouth marketing, this online marketing, this social exchange, this sharing business. I didn't even know that existed. I'd never experienced it. The working world for me looked like go work for somebody else. So I worked for a mining company. I sat in an office. I worked in the accounts department, which, if you know me in numbers, is horrific. This is why Kat does the whiteboard, because I can't count. Literally, I can't believe they put me in charge of this accounting situation. But I sat and I worked in this mining company in the accounts department. That was the choices. You either work for someone else or my second experience in the workforce was working for myself. I built a personal training, like brick and mortar business from the ground up. And that was, you know, two really like the only options in my world. It was two completely opposite experiences. But I didn't understand that you could like buy into a franchise. I didn't understand that you could have so much support. I didn't understand that you could, you know, have a path laid out for you. When I worked for someone else, I was so over having a boss. I hated that I couldn't go on holiday when I wanted to. I didn't feel creative. I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I was like just blocked. I got told when to go to the toilet, when to have lunch. Like it was ridiculous. I actually had a really good income. I had all this money, but I had no time or flexibility or energy or excitement to even dream or go and actually spend this money, you know? And then I had the complete opposite as a personal trainer. I had all the time in the world. You know, I was literally in charge of my own diary, but because it was up to me to bring the income in, I worked every hour under the sun. And, you know, I thought it would be so fantastic being my own boss, but it was so lonely. And I didn't have anyone to bounce ideas off. Everyone was competition. Every other trainer in the gym was like, stay away from me. I'm not telling you my secrets. You know, like there was no one there to support me. And so when I accidentally stumbled across the products and then met the girls that were involved in it and found out this community actually was this incredible entrepreneurial group of women that were like not only rocking health, but actually taking control of their financial situation, taking control of their choices, doing really cool shit with their family. I was like, how do I get involved? I didn't even understand that I'd bought a business. That's how low the buy-in is. So when you can imagine, I went home and I shared with my dad and my sister and my friends, as you do when someone says to you, what's new? What have you been up to? You're like, oh my gosh, I'm on a health journey. I'm so excited. This is going on. This is what I'm up to. I can't wait to hug the postman when he arrives. And they were like, maybe I need this too. I was like, oh my gosh, you definitely do. You know, like anything I'm into, I tell everyone about. I'm like, the crazy, like, we do it as women all the time. I'm like, you've got to go to this cafe. Oh my gosh, you've got to go look at this girl. She's the best facial I've ever had in my life. You've got to go and check out the salon at this store. Like, I am that person. I'm such a sharer by nature. So many of us are. And so you can imagine 2 weeks in, I coincidentally, like, happened to join 2 weeks before our pay cycle. We get paid every 10th of the month without fail for the last 6 years. I've literally never had a late payment from this company. And so I got paid on the 10th of the month. I didn't even expect to have money coming into my bank account. I think my first paycheck was about $800. I nearly fell off the couch. I was like, what do you mean? I haven't done anything. Why are they paying me? I thought the deal was like I was going to opt to pay for my capsules monthly and they would just debit it for me. I literally phoned them up and I was like, you've made a mistake. And they said, no, babe, this is what you get rewarded for. Like, not only are you know, sharing and getting a reward emotionally, but we financially reward you for sharing with people. We don't stock in the shelves. We don't, go to big organizations to get them to market it for us. We actually rely on and we partner with passionate people that love and use personally our products and share them with people they love. I was like, I have to go. I haven't even scratched the surface. I can help. And so that was the start of my journey. And that was where I fell in love with this industry. It's where I fell in love with having flexibility, having choices. But for me, most importantly, when I worked for that office, I didn't feel like I did a good job every day. I didn't feel like I'd made a difference, made an impact, touched lives. 80 million invoices into a computer for some guy I'd never met in my life that worked in America. You know, like I had no connection to them. I didn't feel like they even knew my name. So there was no emotional reward. Yeah, there was financial reward, but I didn't feel like my soul cup was remotely full. I felt so worthless, and I made decisions from that space. So that reflected in my friendships, my relationships, everything. And then as a personal trainer, I had the opposite. I felt so rewarded. I loved watching people transform. But there was no stability, no certainty, no financial strength. If I wanted to go on holiday, I was screwed. Like, I didn't earn any money. You know, I had to work so hard the week before to earn pretty much double to be able to cover the time that I was away that I wouldn't be earning any income. And if 5 people decided to go on holiday over Christmas and like max out and chill and not do their personal training sessions, I was skint because there were 5 sessions of my week I was relying on. And so when I fell into this, I just fell head over heels. I was like, all my needs are being met. like significance, contribution. Like I get rewarded just for being me. Contribution, I get to give, I get to share, I get to love on people, you know. The variety, I literally worked from the bath for 2 hours. I kept just topping up the hot water. I sat in the bath on my phone, had Love Island on my laptop. I was working on my phone. I've left all my girls' voice notes. So funny if you're watching this back and I've left you an echoey voice note. I was in the bath. So there's so much flexibility. Whether it's a cafe, whether it's a bath, whether it's Bali. I've worked from the beaches in Mexico. The variety is so powerful. There is so much certainty in this because you're standing in, like, you're literally walking in the footsteps of the women that have gone before you. You know, when I saw my gorgeous friend and she'd built this incredible business, and you know, she's been in this a couple of years longer than me, and I could see what she was creating. All I knew was that I just had to be really teachable and follow the footsteps, and it would evolve for me. And so I was like, this is a no-brainer. The support, you know, it's just, it ticks all my boxes. So I'm head over heels for this. Like I said, it found me. It fell into my lap by total accident. I didn't make some logical business decision with this. I went with my heart. I went with my gut. I thought, you know what? I love this product. I'm really excited about these people. They really vibe with me. I'm just going to spend more time with them. And it's been 6 years. I left my corporate job. I retired my personal training business. I've spent the last couple years like working around my lifestyle and making my lifestyle my work. And you know, it's been so much fun. I've met the most amazing friends. I literally didn't know Kat before this. You know, like, she's one of my dearest friends. And to think that there was a time where we didn't know each other is just bizarre. And, you know, I'm moving to Brisbane on Monday. I lived in Bali for the first half of this year. I've been back in Perth in my hometown for, 6 weeks or something like that. But I'm about to move to Brisbane. And this week for me, I've managed around this career, I've managed to see 3 of my girlfriends that are pregnant that I'm not going to be here for their baby showers. I've managed to see my grandparents, my dad, my sister, my mum, still get all my waxing and IPL and all those things that you have your people for. I want to have my people here. So I'm having it all done here, get my hair done, then I'll fly over there. I'll probably fly home when I need to have all that redone. Let's be honest. But do you know what I mean? Like, all of that stuff has fit in around my working week. And there is no way in the world that would have happened if I was working this. I wouldn't even be moving. I wouldn't even have the flexibility to pick up and go on a new adventure and try somewhere, living somewhere different, you know? So I'm obsessed with this. For all of this opportunity, all of these choices, all of this, you know, incredible, I guess, there's another word for it, opportunity, is $165 to buy into. I literally didn't even realize I'd paid it. It's like a pair of shoes. It was book club. I thought it was just part of hanging out with the girls, you know, like, it was $165 to buy into. They did my stocking, my shipping, my invoicing. They literally give me a virtual office. I run off my mobile phone. So my business runs. I have a tripod and a mobile phone. That is it. So simple. I have a laptop, but honestly, I open it and then I end up on my phone sat there. So the laptop is really just to stream Love Island so I can have noise in the background. I'm a little bit of an addict, I'm not going to lie. And what else? A website with all of the science, all of the research, like, how powerful. The business runs in, you know, over 20 countries. So I'm connected globally, literally, thank you to the internet, for $165. It blows my brain. And when you really understand the way the world is moving, like Kat touched on, I'm going to hand over to Kat in a second. I'm going to get her to show you how you get that 165 back in your pocket straight away, and how you start building an empire with this, how you start impacting a lot of lives and start to ultimately be able to really take control of your finances with this. But, you know, the world is moving online. You only have to look at how, you know, everyone's got a Facebook account. Everyone's got an Instagram account. Twitter is ridiculous now. You know, I don't watch the news anymore. I literally learn stuff through social media. Like, if something's going on, if there's a volcano, if there's someone that's OD'd, or, you know, some famous person that's had a, you know, fist fight outside the club, I don't learn about it on TV anymore. I learn about it on social media, online. You know, when I want to purchase something, I'm not walking into the store and dealing with the salesman. I'm actually going to the people I trust. I'm going to my circle. I'm going to my girls, my tribe. And I'm like, what makeup are you using? Where do you buy this? Where do you get your hair done? I can't tell you how many times I've used the recommendation button on Facebook. Recommend me a good restaurant. Recommend me where's the best place to go on a date. Recommend me where's the best place to buy activewear now. Where should I go to get my eyes checked? Where should I go to get a spray tan? Like, We trust the people we care about. We go to our circles, and that's the way the world's moving. It's so cool because it's where we've come from. It's like we've gone full circle. It used to be community. It used to be trading. It used to be word of mouth. That's how we learn. Now we're coming back to that place. It's just we're doing it in a really modern age, new age kind of vibe, and we're using the internet to do that. So it's a really exciting time to be looking at an opportunity like this. It's a really exciting time to be sinking your teeth into something like this. I'm going to hand over to Kat while our internet is still strong and we're both rocking it, so that she can show you guys literally how simple this business is and how you can get into profit straight away, and the bonuses and what's available to you financially on this incredible journey.
It is so incredible. And I just want to say, like, if you're watching the recording, you're not going to be able to see the Facebook Live feed, but the people who are dropping comments in there are just making me absolutely smile. Nicola and Michaela are both saying, Jade, we absolutely love your passion and drive. And I'm sitting here and I'm like getting so re-inspired. I'm like, this is all the reason I do this business. Like, you're actually reminding me about this. One thing you said though is, like, we always go with our gut, right? And that was actually my post that I did on this event group before we went live, is go with your intuition. Like Stacey watched, Stacey, I'm just gonna do a little shout out here to you. Stacey watched Tuesday's live stream and she said, oh my God, something just felt right. Like, it's my time. Like, I love the product. I've used it before. Now I want to, you know, she said to her partner, Bo, should we both do this together? Let's do it. And he committed to the product and said, let's do it. So, you know, what happened today, just before the live stream, she sent me a message that I've just signed up on the link. I'm now becoming a franchisee. And that is like, go with your intuition. If you feel that now's the right time, girls, don't wait, because what's going to happen is months down the track, you're going to watch Jade and I and all the other beautiful women on this group, and we're going to be progressing forward, doing the things that we love, and we don't want to leave anyone behind. Like, we don't want to see anyone that's stuck just working their day job, busting their ass to put a few dollars in their bank account to literally pay bills. Like, we were not born to be mediocre and pay bills. It's time that we, like, seriously step up this female revolution. All right, I'm going to flip the camera. Jade, just let me know if this all goes to plan. Okay,
perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're nailing this because the technology is on our side tonight. I'm so excited.
It's totally working. Bring it closer. All right. Drop some comments if you guys can see this as well, just so I really know what's going on. So it's $165 to sign up in the business, which is such a low investment. And when we talk about, you know, what's the risk with getting involved with this business, really, that is not even a risk. And if you think that that is a risk, I'm going to show you how to earn your money back and get straight into profit. Now, as I said, every woman wants their bank account to be profit, but also you wouldn't start business without understanding how to earn your money back, or at least how to get yourself progressing forward to your first few $100 paycheck. You know, Jade's paycheck was $800 for her first paycheck, and that was like 6 years ago when she started. So I'm going to show you now how we can get between $500 to $1,000 within the first 30 days. So our first promotion is a $100 bonus. And then the next promotion is a $400 bonus. Okay, so how this works, I'm just going to squish over here. How this works is we're going to sign you up as a new teenie. You come on board as our Girl Power Unleashed group. And you've already got your own Juice Plus product, right? P for premium pack, which is the fruit, veg, and berry order. And then if you inspire 2 other girlfriends to also use the product and sign up on the premium pack, which Jade's holding now. Look at this demonstration. See how this is working so well? Every time you share a premium pack, you're going to earn $61. So let's put, you're going to get $61 back on your own order, $61 on both of your friends. That is going to equal $183. So straight away, just by having your product and 2 of your girlfriends, or your mom, your dad, your brother, whoever you know is going to benefit from this product, straight away you've earned $183, and you have reached the first promotion of $100. And that is literally it. Having 3 customer orders will get you $100. So now your paycheck is going to be $283. Woohoo! Let's drop some comments if you have reached this promotion before. Let's see who's already done this. the next promotion we want to do is like straight away, as soon as you've done this, you want to keep inspiring people to improve their health and absolutely flourish in life. So what we want to do is we want to aim for that $400 promo. And all you're going to do is link arms with one of your beautiful girlfriends who also wants to look good, feel good, and make a little bit of money. And we're going to share it with her. So she's going to get her order plus her 3 friends. And she's going to get her $100 bonus too. So now you've both earned that $100. I think the light might be a bit glary. And then what we want to do is we just want to continue sharing. So your friend gets another 2 orders, and when you get another 2 orders as well. So all you've done is inspire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and you've brought on a friend. She's inspired 5 people, sorry. That is going to get you $400. So now your bonus is looking very healthy. $683 will be your earnings just by setting up your business like this. And most people would do this within their first 30 days. And the reason is because we've got a tried and proven system. We've got the step-by-step guides on how to do it. It's a fail-proof system. If you're adding people to our transformation group and you're encouraging them to look at the transformations, tagging them in other people's testimonials, you've got your testimonial on the transformation group. They're going to be so inspired by what you're doing. They're going to want to join. So that's the number one thing, is we're not just selling, spamming and talking about Juice Plus. What we're really doing is we're inspiring our friends to actually take control of their health. And this really started at home for me. Like, I was the one that started it, then my boyfriend, then my mum jumped on board, then my 2 brothers got interested in it. And then it kind of was like that ripple effect. Everyone else I was talking to was like, hey, what are you doing? You look healthier. You're glowing. So much more positive. Like, I don't know what is in these capsules, but I swear you just become more positive. It's like that foggy mindset goes away and you just like vibrate at a higher level. You become more positive and people want to be around you more often. And that's a really positive side effect of what we do. But of course, when you've got this thing's backwards, it's so confusing. When you've got $683 in your first 30 days, that's when you start to go, oh my gosh, like this money becomes real, because the following month you can do that again and again and again and again, and you can just keep leveling up through all the different promotions to honestly grow your bank account. And the best thing that happens is you grow yourself as well. And I think for me, that's been the biggest transformation, is really watching my self-growth over the last few years, becoming more confident, public speaking, doing things like these live streams, talking about business. When before, I was a personal trainer the same as Jade, and I was so withdrawn when it came to business. Like, I was so fearful of business, and I was so fearful of taking my clients' money because I felt like, oh, you know, I'll just charge less because they're my friend and I'll do this and that. But really what you have to look at is, as a personal trainer, I was offering them a service. And what we're doing here with this business, we're offering them a lifestyle change. So many people out there are needing this, but they haven't even heard of it yet. And that's the power of what we do. You know, you start the business, you share it with a friend, and she shares it with all these other people. You have now inspired and changed the health of all these people that you've never even met before. And that's what really happens. That's what becomes contagious in our community, is that everyone starts getting results and everyone becomes a winner. And we all raise each other up to get these promotions because we want to see each other successful. We're corporate world and the normal job world. It's like you don't want to be too successful because no one's going to like you. Like, what kind of world do we live in? So we're really just on a mission to absolutely change the way that this works and really use this business model to create freedom. Like, for me, it was about going over at the start of the business when I very first started 5 years ago. It was about me creating just a few extra $100 to give up my second job. I was personal training and wedding coordinating. So I said, if I could earn $500 a month, I could leave wedding coordinating. So tick, did that. Then it was like, right, my car is literally about to blow up and like, I can't be driving this car anymore. So my next goal is to save up for a car. Tick, did that. I bought a brand new car with cash thanks to this business. And then it was like, okay, cool. Maybe I could do one cheeky holiday to Europe. Yep, done. 10 grand holiday. It was like the best I ever did was spend 10 grand on that holiday because I got to see the world, experience so much stuff. I was 21 years old and just careless. But it really created and opened my mind to freedom about what this could be and how this business actually rocks. So yes, it is definitely amazing. If you guys have questions, we'll answer the business questions later, but that's how simple it is.
It's so cool. So I want to just cover before we finish up. We're going to keep this pretty short and sweet because I want to really, really respectful of your time. And you know, if you want to reach out and ask some personal questions and really look at how this can look specifically for you, please get in contact with us or whoever shared this with you, whoever invited you in or shared this clip with you. But what I want to touch on just before we wrap up is two of the biggest, I guess, I don't know what word to use. Two of the biggest, I guess, concerns or questions that people have, or I guess little excuses that pop up in their mind when they start to look at something new. The first one is, I don't think I have enough time. And I want to share with you a little story. When I first started this, I was working 40 hours a week for a mining company. I was finishing studying to become a personal trainer, and I was doing mentorship hours in the gym. I was running boot camp once a week for an hour and a half of an evening. I was working all mornings on a Saturday. So time for me was pretty limited. And I built this business in my stolen moments. Sometimes it was 10 minutes a day. Sometimes it was messaging people like in and around my clients in the gym. I'd go and sit in the storeroom so I wouldn't get distracted and send a message. It was having, you know, launch events and things like that online and using the power of social media. So if you think you don't have time for this, I promise you, you do. My best friend, the beautiful person that I watched build this business, built her business from the ground up with two babies that were both under 2, and she had postnatal depression. So she was building this at home in her dressing gown around 2 crying babies, not knowing what the heck was going on in her world. And she's now traveling around the country with her 2 babies that aren't so baby. They're 10 and 11 now. And she literally phoned me today. She is 300 kilometers out of Broome. And they are having the time of their lives, and they're just building this on the road. They're in this gorgeous, huge, great big purple wicked bus. So amazing. They're decked out and furnished. And, you know, it's not about how much time do you have. We all have the same amount of time in a day. It's about how you use it. And it's about your priorities and what you're passionate about. You know, short-term pain for a long-term gain. I think there's so many of us that aren't willing to be a little bit uncomfortable now to live a life that's filled with comfort. I had to get a little bit uncomfortable. Like, there was a year of my life where I was juggling that full-time job. I was juggling personal training. I was building this up, but it was only a couple months and I could leave one. It was only, you know, a little bit longer, that year really, that I said no to a few things. I remember my partner at the time wanted to go to Peru, and I was like, no, I can't go on holiday this year. I want to stay and build this business and really give this a go. Since then, I've been on holiday every 5 minutes. Like, my life feels like a holiday. You know, people say to me, where do you live? I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I'm just suitcasing it. I'm just going with the flow, you know, but it wasn't always like that. I had to just have a little bit of short-term pain, you know, but it's paid off tenfold. So if you don't think you have time, I always think to myself, it's the same analogy of like, if you don't think you have the finances to put into your health now, you will pay for it in some way, shape or form. It just means you'll pay for it later when you've got health complications and things like that. I look at my grandparents now and all of the doctor's visits and all of the medication they're on, and I think, do you know what? You invest in your health now and you really reduce the risk of having to spend money like that later. Or you live it up now and play the invincible game and then have to deal with those things later. It's the same thing in this. Do you know what I mean? The time is going to be, it's either going to give you so much time, you know, and take a little bit away from you now, or you're going to have all the time in the world now, but later you're going to be wishing that you could be there for that, you know, that moment in time that you're having to be at the office for. The second thing I think people always say to me personally, and I know probably Kat gets this as well, is I couldn't do what you do, but you're so confident. I want to tell you something. I used to skip a day off school to avoid having to do my book review in English Lit. Like, literally, I used to go bright red. I would have sweat running down my back. I'd have the shake so visibly that my knees would knock. And I'm only skinny, so my knees not quite loud. There's not a lot of padding around these knees. I would do anything I could to get that day off. I still struggle to get, you know, we get recognized and you get to get up on stage at conference and you know, you get a little shout out and whatever. It still gives me the fear, you know, like, I am not this hugely confident person. I build my business on social media because I love people and I love helping people, but I'm actually really shy. If you meet me in person, you'd have the shock of your life, because I'm just like super socially awkward. I'm like, I don't know what to talk to you about, so I'll just, you know, I'm used to talking about deep things. I want to know like the nitty gritty, like tell me what you're scared of, tell me all the stuff. I'm going to overshare so much stuff. I don't know how to do like, hi, nice to meet you, like, oh gosh, it petrifies me. So you don't have to be some polished speaker, some perfectly, you know, intelligently worded dictionary of a human. You come as you are and you grow along the way. I never did these lives for the first 2.5 years of my business because we have a group, we have a system. Like, heck, you can fast track the heck out of this if you want to start stepping in and challenging yourself early. But if you just want to come in and really use the tools and do this along the journey, like I did, I literally tagged people. I took people to events. I tagged people in groups, and I tagged people in, you know, stories like this. And I said, look, come see what I've seen, because I know when you've seen it, you'll want to do what I'm doing. You know, I didn't have to try and explain it all. I didn't have to know all the answers. I didn't have to be the most confident girl in the class. I just was me, and that grew and evolved, you know, and I've become really good at social situations now, and I'm really great at meeting people. But that took years. So don't look at my chapter 50 and compare it to your chapter 1, which is something we do as women all the damn time. It drives me wild, you know. So come as you are in this. Don't let your fear of, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do it. Don't let that stop you, because honestly, if I had let that stop me, if Kat had let that stop her, we wouldn't have been hanging out in Bali for the first half of this year, you know, drinking coconuts and working from cafes together. And, you know, like, it's crazy to think of the things that Kat has been able to do, you know, the lifestyle, the people she's met. And I know I feel exactly the same, but it's because we were brave. It's because we didn't, like, overthink this. Like Kat said, she was really intuitive and she just followed the system. So they're the two biggest kind of fears or the biggest excuses that people see pop up in their minds, try and stop them from making a change and doing something new and amazing, which always happens whenever we do something new, right? But I just wanted to cover those because I think it's really important. This opportunity is so simple. Everything is done for you. All the hard work, the stocking, the shipping, the invoicing. The company is there for you. There's blueprints. There's frequently asked question guides. There's literally someone holding your hand every step of the way. I spoke to one of my new girls today on the phone, and, you know, we were talking about things. I'm like, babe, I'm going to do this all with you. She had all these ideas. She's like, I don't know what to do with them. I'm like, give them to me. Tell me all about them. Let's brainstorm it. She's like, I just can't get over this. She's a makeup artist. And she's like, I'm just cool, you know? So it's about doing this together. If this vibrates with you, if you're excited about, you know, really starting to take control of your health, take control of your finances, take control of the people you spend time with, really do something different with the rest of this beautiful year, the next 6 months that we have in front of us, really start to make some changes, then please speak to us, either of us, speak to us or the person that invited you, and let's get your journey started. Let's get your specific questions answered. Let's get you in the system, rocking and rolling with your own setup. It takes seconds to organize, and you can be literally well on your way to that first promotion and onwards, and soaking up so much of the personal development, the love, the friendship, and all the magic that comes with this. That was a lot of non-breathing.
You have said everything, nothing else to cover, so we are good. That is a wrap.
Peace out. Sometimes I just,
if you guys got questions, like Jade said, just speak to the beautiful girl who added you to this, and remember to just be that badass girl who lives a life that's unleashed. Like, don't just settle and be conditioned. Don't settle for that. Like, live a life that's unleashed and do something a little bit that's outside of the circle and a little bit scary, because what happens outside that comfort zone will absolutely change your life. So we're going to leave it there, but we want to thank you for jumping on live, or if you're watching the recording, massive love to all of you.
Bye, girls.